Hello, the esteemed audience. Welcome back again to INP, which is in PP for politics. Now, today we are going to look at something called the the handshake aftermath. Who is to blame for the handshake aftermath? Is it Ruto? Is it Raila? Or is it Uhuru Kenyatta? Now, for me, I'm going to explain or to give my view on who we should actually blame for the maybe for what the handshake brought. Number one, I'm likely to start with Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga has been the opposition leader for the longest time, and most of the time we find that Ruto say that mzee and Uhuru waliharibu serikali. How did that happen? What is Ruto not telling us? What is he not bringing to light? For me, I'm going to give a reason as to why he said Raila collaborated with Uhuru to, 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 to deteriorate the economy. How did this happen? What are we not being told, or what is it that led to deteriorating economy? Number one, remember, after an election, the second one is considered the leader of the majority. The work of the leader of the majority is to act as oversight to the ruling government so that it can criticize, it can ensure that the government is in check. Now, after Raila Amolo Odinga lost the 2017 election, he was automatically the leader of opposition. He was in charge of ensuring that the country ran according to the constitution, or people's favor were put at heart. Now, when the handshake came, when he did the handshake, remember, now we lost the opposition leader because the opposition was influenced. The opposition was somehow could not perform his duties because he was somehow in government, because he had done an handshake. That's why we saw some things did increase, the cost of living increased, the economy deteriorated because there was no one to check, there was no one to alert people that there's something that is going wrong. Now, the next person we are going to look at is the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Why do we blame him? He's the one who came up with the idea of doing the handshake. Why did he accept? If he loved the country, why could he have not left the opposition leader to perform his duty? Why did he want Raila to handshake with Raila? What's the aim of it? Maybe he'd put personal interest at first, the same as Raila Amolo Odinga. These people put their interest at first. Maybe he was looking at who was to replace them next, because there was no available option. Now the only option of a person maybe who could try to salvage him in future was someone who was in dynasty, and because there was no other option, he had to work with Raila Amolo Odinga. Now, for this, to his government was a success, because now he could do things without being in check, without being questioned, without being oversighted, without any other constraint. For me, that's the second person we should blame. Now, the third person is the now President Ruto, or the then Deputy President. For me, the reason as to why I can say he contributed to the aftermath is because as the deputy for then, he was to at least maybe alert, because they were in a coalition with him. Maybe it's because of his political ambition that made him to be discriminated. But remember, for me, I think it was not effective. If when you become a deputy, when you see in the secondary school, the deputy do not have power unless the principal is not there. The work of the deputy is to act as a helper in absence of that one who is in charge. For him, he had not much power. But for me, number one, I think because he brought a successful opposition for the BBI to be implemented, and it went through. For me, I think he could have existed government, or could have resigned as the president, as the deputy president, so that he could focus on doing oversight, because now we lacked the opposition leader. He could have formed the best opposition leader at the moment, although he was a member of the current government. And if he would have done that, maybe now we could be in a better place. But what did he end up doing? He decided to stay in office, to use taxpayers' money, yet he knew he was not effective. Thank you. That's my view. Please subscribe, share, and comment. Thank you.